It's Gina Award on Living Better With Dementia at Phonic FM 106.8. Anna, my final guest, welcome to the studio.
Hello.
On this Saturday afternoon. What time is it? It is 20. Where's the time gone, Pat? Sorry, Pat's in the corner doing all the technology things. He's an absolute star, and without him, what would I do? Anyway, Anna, getting back to you.
You'd probably be doing what I was just doing, actually, having a panic attack at home because I couldn't get my computer working. So,
really?
Will you come home with me, Pat, when I leave?
So hopefully now you've come in here and there's this peace and tranquility. It's another story.
Yeah.
So Anna is an amazing songwriter, singer, got a fabulous voice. I wish I had one like it, but I don't. So tell me about you've got an EP. Tell me about your EP.
I have. It's my EP that's just been causing me problems. No, I have an EP called As You Are, which I'm currently trying to get on iTunes. It's available in hard copy at the moment, and it basically speaks for itself. As You Are, it's a series of songs that are about just being as you are, you know, whether you're in a strop or, you know, you're crying or you're happy or whatever you are, just kind of go with it, and that's okay, and you shouldn't have to apologise for that. And that's really the theme of my EP.
Do you think, can you do that in life? I'm just thinking about saying that if I was as I am all the time, what would I be like? I don't know. Lots of different things. But there is that element in my head that I'm thinking, what were they thinking? I shouldn't have been like that, or I shouldn't have been like that. Does that make sense?
It does. And I still have those thoughts, and I'm getting better. But just to give you an example, like I do a lot of kind of ladies networking groups and various different kind of networking groups, and I would always go along and be like life and soul of, you know, thing, and I'd be like smiling, and I have a really big smile, don't I? And then one day I rocked up to this event and I thought, I just haven't got the energy today. I've got nothing to give. And I thought, how about I just try not putting that smile on and just try be how I am, which was a bit flat. And so I was really quiet the whole lunchtime, and I realised that I didn't have to give 100% all the time. And actually I sat at a table with some ladies and I said, I'm feeling flat today, feeling a bit flat. And they carried the conversation, and one of them ended up asking this guest that was there all these questions, and I sat in and listened and found out all this information, and I didn't even have to speak. It was actually quite cool.
Wow. So you basically became the observer.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, and not having to, just being as you are. You don't have to put a front on. It's okay to be as we are.
And there's this element, isn't there, about feeling judged, and you obviously felt you could be like that, and that was okay.
Yeah, it's taken
to a degree.
While.
Yeah. I was going to say, you're saying it, and you're coming across like you're a fully actualised human being. I'm thinking, I'm so not there, and I'm so much older than you, Anna. When am I going to be there?
No, I don't think I'll ever get there 100%. But I'm working on it.
We're working on it.
If I'd been completely myself when I walked in here, I'd have probably had a rant at both of you.
Oh, right. Okay.
So sometimes you have to tame it, don't you?
Yeah.
But you get my gist.
Yeah, I do, and so. And it's a brilliant song because I've heard it and I've seen you sing it live, As You Are. And we have a connection on one of your other wonderful songs, which we're going to hear shortly.
On the EP as well.
It's on the, so what have you got on the EP? Tell me what you've got on the EP.
So As You Are is the first track. Today is the second track. Third track is Don't Cry. Fourth track is In the Moment. And the last one is Speak Slowly, which is a song about being kind to yourself inside your head.
So I battled that one as well. Yeah. So some great tracks, aren't they? And they really are. And I think In the Moment, and that's one of the reasons you're here today, because it's related to dementia, and we know that being in the moment is so important. And I'm not saying everybody with dementia isn't in the moment, but wherever they are, it's about being with them where they are in that moment. So if they are in this moment feeling like it's 20 years ago, then it's about being them with that time. But also it's tough, isn't it? And it's challenging for family members.
There's a line in the song which says, whether I'm here or far away, wherever I seem to be, it's real to me, so be with me. And I think that's my favourite line in the song. And I just woke up one morning and that line came into my head, and I was like, yes, I've got the line that I was waiting for. But just to give you a background on why I've written a song connected to dementia, I was working in dementia for only about a month as an activities coordinator. I took the job, I thought I'll give it a try. And the whole experience was... a very moving experience, and I worked out really quickly that it wasn't something I could do. I was only working mornings, but I was giving it my all, and I was coming home and I was shattered, and I didn't have any time to do my songwriting, which was upsetting me. But while I was there, we had so much fun, you know, like I'd get the people there in the activities room and we'd be like laughing, and I felt like I really brought some laughter there. But I think probably some of the most touching experiences were when relatives was come in, and they'd talk to me and say they were really upset. They just had a bad experience with their loved one, you know, that was staying at the home, and, you know, didn't know who I was, all that kind of thing. And I'd be able to go, well, do you know what, this morning we were over there and we were laughing and we were talking about this, and they would leave and it would just lift them and give them a little smile. And I felt I had a lot of guilt when I left that job. I was sort of, quite often now and again, I would think back to it and I'd burst into tears, and this went on for like quite a few months, and it really like affected me and it really touched me. I was just like, I need to do something, I have to do something, but in a way that can protect me, because I wasn't able to detach when I came home. And then I met you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
In fact, that's one of the reasons I'm here.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, because I do a show at Phonic as well. And Gina got in touch with the station, didn't you, Gina?
I did.
Spreading awareness for dementia in the city. So I was like, I can get her on my show. This is something I can do. I can interview you, spread the awareness. And then you planted the seed about writing a song one day, didn't you?
I did.
And then teamed up with local songwriter Peter Farry and Mark, who's a producer, and the three of us together created the track. And thanks to you inviting us to sing it at the launch, we've been invited to perform in other places. There's other stuff coming up,
which is brilliant.
So it's just kind of snowballed. And the best thing about it all is that, you know, not only do I get to go and sing the song, I get to go and meet some of the most caring, lovely people, and actually that's the best bit.
Yeah, and
it's the people I meet through doing it.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, that is really important, and I really, I feel exactly the same in the work that I'm doing, and it's about coming together, isn't it? We've been talking about that today. It's been a bit of a theme, really, about collaboration and sharing, and that's what we're doing, aren't we?
Yeah.
And it was great to have you at the launch. I saw you in Plymouth. You're at the racecourse when we have a great event in July, the 1st of July.
Well, I chatted to Jeffrey. I chatted to him the other day. We're on the phone for ages, and he's so inspiring.
Yeah,
and he told me about this intergenerational school.
Yeah,
and I was just like, oh my god, that's amazing. Because do you know what? Like, you know, I'm not like, I don't have a label, I've not done any degrees or anything, but years ago I was just like, why don't we have all different age groups together? Like, isn't that obvious? And it's sort of like, you know, you watch online, like these sort of psychologists and professors like, well, this is what we need. And I'm thinking, well, I'm not a professor or a psychologist, but I know this. You know, it's not just like, I'm a human. I don't know, it just really annoys me.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
But anyway, I found him really inspiring.
He's amazing.
And I really want to get involved in some intergenerational stuff, so watch this space.
Yeah, which will be great. I think that's really good. So yeah, on the 1st of July there's going to be I haven't shared it actually, but we're doing marketing at the moment for a great event. We're hoping to have a lot of service providers there, but as well as people with dementia and families, and it will be free for those people, which I think is really important. It will be a nice day. There'll be some workshops going on, some music, you'll be singing, lots of different things going on. But also we've got Dementia Awareness Week coming up. We've got that, and that's on the 15th of
2 weeks
May.
away.
Yeah, it is 2 weeks away. That's really scary because it's coming around far too quickly.
Shall I tell you what I'm up to?
Do.
Okay, so on Friday the 13th of May, my lucky number now, I'm putting on a cosy concert, which is myself and some musical friends. It's in my friend's lounge, but anyone's welcome to come along if they want to. Just bring a drink, a donation and some nibbles, and I'll be performing the song then. Then on the 14th of May, I'm performing in Plymouth for their Celebrating Excellence in Care Awards evening, which is really exciting.
Brilliant.
And then the 18th, the Wednesday the 18th, I'll be busking in Princess Hay with you, while you'll be spreading awareness as well.
I won't be busking. I'll be listening and doing the awareness.
There's still time to teach you the song.
Well, maybe I'm singing in my next life, not this one.
And then on the 20th of May, on the Friday, I'm singing in Torquay at the Noble Tree, which is a really nice cafe, and they invite musicians along. So I expect I'll sing it there as well. But all these details are on my website, which is www.Anna-Marie Waite, and that's spelled Waite. And I'm on Facebook and the usual YouTube, etc.
So what should we do now? Should we play the song and then have a chat, or should we play a different song? And what do you fancy doing?
Let's get In the Moment on.
Yeah, let's do it. So, In the Moment by Anna-Marie Waite.
Yeah.
Be with me.
Fantastic. What a lovely song. What was it like hearing your voice back?
It's okay now. I'm more relaxed with it. I used to sit there and just think, oh my god, and now I'm used to it. It's really weird hearing your own singing voice, because it almost, it's your voice, but it almost doesn't sound like you. And I think it's very strange.
Yeah, because it is different, isn't it? And we perceive our voices as so it's unusual, isn't it?
I speak to so many songwriters and I say to them, like, do you like your voice? And they're like, no. But everyone else loves it, so I kind of have to go over
Absolutely.
that. And it's sort of that. It's very hard to judge your own voice. I can't judge it. It's come out of me, so I can't really.
Yeah, you just have to believe what everyone says, and it's
people
success.
are buying my music, so I suppose that's a sign. It makes me a professional now.
Yeah.
People are buying it, so it must be
exactly. So I'm just curious. I was sat here just thinking, when did you know you had a lovely voice?
Well, interestingly enough, I did have a clear out the other day of all my old school stuff, and there was my old leavers book, and a lot of the students had written, good luck with your singing career, you have a lovely voice, and all that kind of stuff. So I suppose at school, I think people knew I had the potential. I really wouldn't say I had a very good voice at school. I think the potential was there, but I was trying to be lots of other artists, so I'd add in all these special little noises on my voice. And then, so I suppose I sang all through school, and then between 18 and about 26, I didn't really do any singing. I might have just pulled out a song now and again at a wedding, but I just didn't think that a singer. I mean, when I was a kid, it was like, yes, I'm going to be a singer or an actress, and then I just fell into the 9-to-5 world because I thought that's what you did in life, just get a job. But of course, after doing that for many years, and then the misery kicked in, it was just like, I'm really miserable, I'm depressed, there's something wrong. I left that, and I went from a sales manager to working as a cleaner for 10 hours a week. So quite a pay drop, but I did it to give me space to explore, and literally within weeks I was writing songs. I had that space.
So it was a space, and it sounds like that creativity, that depression, and that part of it would have been pushed down, because there's all that creativity there that's waiting to be ignited, and then when you had that space, it happened.
But I mean, I was thinking back the other day, because I used to do like downhill mountain biking. I used to race,
and I've
got these whole other lives that I lived through my 20s, and and I didn't even think for a second then that I would do music, and then now I've ended up just doing all the things I did when I was a kid. So
wow.
I had to try everything. The elimination process, I had to eliminate everything just to make sure this is what I wanted.
Yeah, and it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what when it comes to songwriting and singing, I know you like both, and I know they're both important to you. What inspires you? Is that a difficult question? I'm coming up with these random questions.
No. I mean, as far as songwriting is concerned, songs happen or they don't. A song will just come in or it won't, and I've learnt now, I've got to the point where it's like, if I haven't written a song for a few months, I don't stress anymore, because I used to stress, and now it's just like, no,
it's going to come.
It'll happen when it happens. Singing, I suppose the more I improve my singing, the more that pushes me, the more I want to do. But probably the best thing that happened for me recently was, I've always done my solo stuff and been singing on my own, and then a local ladies group, NHS, said they wanted to use my song As You Are as their theme song. So I turned up one night for a practice with a couple of them, thought one of them was going to play the guitar and one of them was going to do backing vocals for me, and they both joined in and were singing the song, and I was like, oh, all right, you're singing it with me? They're like, yeah, we're going to get the whole group to sing the song. And I was like, I was a little bit like, oh, okay, I feel like I'm being pushed into this, I'm not sure about this. And I'll tell you what, that was the day that my music came to life. That was the day that everything changed, and this was only, I don't know, just under a year ago.
Yeah, I remember it.
And then, and now I run a choir, and the Cozy Choir every other week, and that's what's changed it. It's just having other people involved. It's so much more of a pleasure to go up and get other people singing than just stood on a stage on my own. I love it, but get everyone else up and doing it. Oh my God, that's it. That's where it's at.
And it's that energy, isn't it? I think it's that real collective energy coming together. I really believe in that.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important.
And I think what's so lovely is that you hear people saying, oh, I can't sing, I'm tone deaf. Someone told me at school, you can't do this, you can't do this. And all the childhood stories start coming up. You know, someone told me I couldn't do this. And it's, you know, and then you see someone who's sort of in their 40s or 50s singing solo for the first time.
Yeah.
Like
Very
nothing
moving.
beats it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's like it just shows. Sorry, I'm getting emotional now, but it just shows it's never too late.
No, absolutely, it isn't. That's been a bit of a theme today as well, about ageing and being. And it isn't. It's never too late.
No.
Yeah. So you are getting emotional, but I think that's real, isn't it? Real.
I don't get emotional when I'm on the other side. In the
As
studio.
you are, you're being as you are. You said you wanted to. Yes, you're being as you are. What a star! In fact, can we play that one? I wonder if we could play that one. Can we play As You Are?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's play it, and then we'll just say goodbye afterwards. We're going to play As You Are. We're back in the studio on another fabulous song, As You Are. How are you feeling now?
I'm all right.
Oh, good. So we kind of digress, and obviously this show is Living Better with Dementia, so let's kind of hook back into that. So thinking about the song in the moment, and I know obviously, as you said, you were in a care home for a short we were meant to meet, weren't we? Do you believe in fate? I think we were meant to meet.
Well, I do believe that, yes. And I have another little story. You know, I said earlier that when I first quit my job, I went and worked as a cleaner for 10 hours a week. Well, it was for a family in Ede. And I recently made friends with the guy on Facebook, and he heard In the Moment on my Facebook page, messaged me and said, I'm a researcher in dementia.
Wow.
Can we do something together? See, it's another...
Yes.
It's kind of, I think everything kind of intertwines in some way, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
I believe in magic anyway.
Yeah, so do I, absolutely.
Do you believe in magic, Pat?
Yes.
Yes.
You're sat here with us too, of course you believe in magic.
Absolutely.
I can't think of a better way of spending a Saturday night.
Oh, he's smooth, isn't he? He says all the right things. So that's great. So you connecting up with him then?
We're going to have a conversation about doing something, and that's what I want. Is I want In the Moment to be a vehicle to help, help organisations, charities, anyone trying to, help with dementia, spread awareness. There's a vehicle there, and I want people to kind of get in touch and
absolutely,
and so we can work something out and help raise some money. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great, and you were inspired to write that song, and the lyrics are great. And did you, when you're thinking about like lyrics, do they just come to you and you write them down? How does that all come together for you personally with this particular song?
For this particular song, I think you phoned me one evening and you said, oh, how about writing a song, about dementia for the launch? And I was just like, it hadn't crossed my mind. And I put the phone down, and straight away in my head was, there's a million stories behind the faces we see, there's a million people who've been where we've been. Straight away and I was like, that's the hook, that million. And I wrote it down and kind of put it away. So a lot of the ideas there's millions of ideas around my attic. It's a nightmare. Put it away, and that was it. And then picked it up, wrote a bit more, and then I was struggling, and I knew I wanted to get it finished. So I then asked Peter Farry, another local singer-songwriter. I said to him, do you want to get together and do this and his mum had dementia. Sadly, she's passed away now. So we basically got together, and then he was kind of like a sounding board for me. So I would just go blah, 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 and then kind of form the lyrics. So mainly I wrote most of the lyrics on this piece and the melody, and then Peter sort of just picked a few bits that just pushed it to that next level.
Honed it in,
and then he also wrote the piano part to it. And then once that was done, then we got Mark in. He then did the production, and of course there was a lot of conversations with you. And I can't remember the name of that other lady who I spoke to quite a bit as well that you were with.
Teresa, maybe?
Yeah, Teresa. And just kind of there were a few things that you said, particularly the line about sharing the silence. I remember having a conversation with you one night and saying, if you don't know what to say, just say, hey, look, I'm feeling uncomfortable, I don't know what to say.
Absolutely,
and that really stood out, and I wanted to incorporate that in the song. So I think you played a pretty big part in the song as well. It's just loads of life events come together.
It's interesting how that works out, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can visualise you on the TV at some point singing it, and lots of people around. I don't know, I've got all these visions.
I'd love to have a music video for it. I think it would be so lovely to get like lots of different ages and do some kind of intergenerational thing for a music video, and that's what I'm hoping for eventually. But
that would be fabulous.
Yeah, but I don't want to rush it, and just let's see what happens. And every time I start trying to push things, I seem to just go and collapse. So I've decided to just take life nice and slow now and see what happens.
Do you know, I think your next song needs to be Let It Go, because one of the things that I really struggle with is letting go of things. So I think that's quite interesting, actually, sort of how if we chase after things, they elude us. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think, I was just thinking the other day, like, I'm really going with the flow lately, and then this whole thing with iTunes this morning, I was like, I'm so not going with the flow right now. It's like, sometimes, and you just think, do you know what? You think of what's happening in the world. I can't get my song on iTunes. Come on. Yeah. It's not really a big deal.
No.
I'm okay. I've got my friends, my family, and my health, and I'm lucky, and it's fine. iTunes can wait.
Absolutely. And I was like that this week over something really that infuriated me, and then I just sat back and I thought, let it go. So that's your next song.
Yeah, but there's already one called Let It Go, so I can just sing the Frozen song.
Yes, we need to come up with something slightly different then. But yeah, cool. Do you know what? Talking of Frozen, that's one film that I haven't seen, and I bet I'm the only one in the world that hasn't seen it, the Frozen song. I bet you've seen it lots.
Pat's not seen it either.
Oh, Pat hasn't.
I've got it, and I've watched it about 5 times.
But because you love Disney, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Wow. Yeah.
I love Disney.
Yeah. So Let It Go. Yes, of course there is that song. Anna, thank you so much for coming in today and talking to me and sharing your 2 songs. And remind us of your website again.
My website is www.anna-mariewaite.com, and that's Anna-Marie Waite. Waite is spelled W-A-I-T-E. You can find me on Facebook and iTunes. Just have a look, drop me a message, say hello.
And then and you and I will be seeing each other in Princess A in a couple of weeks' time.
Yes, so come and say hello on the 18th.
Yes,
to us in Princess A.
Yay! Hopefully the sun will be shining.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Thank you so much, Anna, for coming in.
Thank you for having me.